Hello. I feel like, how are you all? I'm sorry for the lagging. I am using StreamYard, and with StreamYard, if you're not connected to the Ethernet, then um, you get a little bit of a lag. So I do apologize for the lagging that is occurring right now. I will try my hardest to I'm shutting things down as we speak to make this lag as chill as possible. So I do apologize for all of that that's happening in front of you right now. But the whole point of me being here is for me to say good morning, good morning, good morning. This is going to be a short live today, about 15 minutes, and we're going to talk a little bit more about some of the challenges that people are going through in the job search. Okay, now I know it can be a bit of a challenge when you're out there on your own and you are um, going through the ups and downs of the job market today. But I want to give you a little piece of advice here. Do not overwhelm yourself or stress yourself out when it comes to um, this market. Okay, since I said I was going to make this live very quick this morning, I'm going to talk about a few different things. These are some challenges, some barriers that job seekers are going to go through while they're in the job search market. Okay, um, first off, we're going to start with if you've been out of work for too long. Now, I have notes in front of me. I wrote down about 5 different tips. So it allows for me to go through this as quickly as possible. Okay. This time I did not do a presentation, but we're going to knock this out in 15 minutes. And I'm holding myself accountable here. Okay. Making sure that I stick to my time. I said 9 o'clock every day. Monday through Friday this week. I'm going to do it Monday through Friday every week this week at 9 a.m. I'm going to be going live talking about just different topics when it comes around the job search, getting ready for the career, that mindset shift when you're changing and transitioning into a new role. And that is what we're going to be discussing right now. So I appreciate all of you that are joining in or even watching on the replays. Okay. So first thing, if you've been out of work for too long, okay, you are going to get your resume, your experience, and your knowledge can be judged. Okay, I will say it that way. Um, Long-term unemployment can be looked at in a lot of companies as you are not up to date on their skills and that are needed in today's job market. Okay, so in order to best combat those challenges that you're going to come up with, you need to have gained some type of skills, take us some certifications. I'm big on taking certifications. I think last year I took about 3 or 4 certifications, and this year I plan to take 3 or 4 more. So that way, first off, I'll be a ICF certified um, coach. Okay, life coach. I don't even want to do career coach. I'm going to do life coach. I'm going to be an ICF certified life coach this year, and then I also want to do the DISC as well. Be a DISC certified um, as well, which is going to be really awesome, especially going towards that, um, going towards the life coaching as well. So I'm offering that component. Now, getting back to being out of work for too long, all right. Even though you've been out of work for months, and for some people it's been years, through COVID, you couldn't find a job after COVID, and so now employers are afraid to even talk to you sometimes. All right, so we don't want that to be. One thing that I will say, if you've been out of the job market for a while, is to definitely make sure that the position that you're going into is something that you really want to do. Okay, I would even recommend that if you don't have a lot of experience in the industry you're going into, taking on some projects, it will be helpful as for you to put on your resume. On top of those certifications or things of that nature, projects a lot of times will be voluntary, but it's for you to get that experience. If you were a stay-at-home parent, This goes for male and female. If you are a stay-at-home parent and that was the reason why you were out of work, you need to be able to like articulate all of the things that you did while you were out of that time frame. Yeah, it's going to be crucial. Going in, usually when I've been out of work for some time, you're going to go in for entry level positions. So that way you can get your feet wet again, get back into the routine of things. It's really great if you know people who know you. Maybe you go to church groups or you have your mom group that you're around and someone's hiring. That is a great way to get an opportunity to get in, right? So you don't have to necessarily go through the traditional route of the hiring process. Okay. So I will recommend to take a backdoor route as well for that. Now, our next one that we have is work related barriers. Okay. Now, this is depending on like if your location is a barrier. Okay. If you are not in a highly populated area that has a whole lot of positions open, then 9 times out of 10, that's going to be a barrier for you. Okay. You can't be you know, in the middle of Missouri, right? Not, yeah, I'm trying to think of I'm going to just stick to Florida here. You can't be in Gainesville and want to work at a company that's based in Tampa. That is like about a 2 hour drive away. Even if it was remote, not 9 times out of 10, they're going to most likely look for someone that is less than an hour away from their location. So if that is you, if you're like, I'm not finding the jobs that I'm looking for, then location is the barrier for you that you're having to overcome. Um, Even if you're looking for remote jobs, sometimes they still want you to be within an hour of their site. So look at that as an alternative. Uh, Now, I have the big one here. The big barrier, the big challenge that you're going to see in the job market right now is age. Okay. Age discrimination is a thing. You have now 5 generations of people who are in the job market right now, from Gen Z all the way up to baby boomers. Baby boomers, I'm going to tell you this: you are a consultant at this point in your life. If you were in a company for 20 years and you gained a lot of experience in that company, you are now consultant status. All right, that puts you like somewhere else. Okay, you are executive consultant status, and you should start to really take that in, hone that in, and what that looks like, and what it looks like for you to be a consultant for an organization. Usually consultants are there for 6 months to a year at a company, sometimes longer, depending on where what they need, what that company needs. But being a consultant uh, is not for everyone. Okay, I'm me at almost 10 years into recruiting and talent acquisition. I can't say that I'm a consultant. I don't have that much of experience in all areas. But you, on the other hand, if you were a baby boomer, you have that 20, 30 years of experience in one industry, it like the back of your hand in manufacturing, and you can, run an entire warehouse on your own. Then yeah, that is for you. That is where you need to be. You need to be consulting with an organization. So those are the type of titles that you should be putting in your search, is consultants. Okay. They're out there. Companies are looking for them. They're hiring them actively. They want them to come in and look at things from a different perspective. What are they doing wrong? So look at that for yourself. Gen Zers, okay, millennials. Millennials are the highest percentage of people who are working um, at this moment. All right, because that is the age range of about 25 to about 30, 35, 37, I believe it is, for those millennials. And so we make up, I'm in that boat, we make up the majority for job seekers at this moment, and people that are in the position. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about Gen Zers. Okay, Gen Zers are taking on some they're taking on roles that only require very little knowledge. Okay, and they're doing a lot of the customer service based positions. They're doing technology roles. They are going into positions that we millennials didn't see, that those Gen Xers didn't see, the baby boomers definitely didn't even know about. So they're taking on those roles that we as millennials did not recognize as a thing to do. Okay. So you need to, millennials, okay, you have some experience, but you can't tell a Gen Zer that they are not good at their job. If they are the recruiter that you're working with, which there will be, okay, because recruiters don't, if you are a recruiter still now these days, you're not going to be making six figures as a recruiter. Okay. But Gen Zers, they are looking for the experience. They're looking to like network and connect with people and all of the things that recruiting does. So they're going to be taking on those roles. So I would recommend, if you are in human resource, right, and you are a previous recruiter. I have a lot of recruiter friends out there that are looking for jobs. I would say now switch over to a different part of HR. Okay, the ones that require a lot more experience, even going into compensation and benefits, payroll. You can go into being a generalist, or even now generalists are considered to be making 70,000 and more a year. So there are different roles that you can go into if you have that experience in recruiting. Okay, that you can now use. All right, so that would be that would be what I would say for that. Now, I'm coming up to almost my 15-minute marker, so then I'm going to hop off. Now, education, okay? We all know about education, so I'm going to skip through this one a little bit. But I also want to talk to those who have background issues. If you were an ex-offender, you have small things in your background that kind of just accumulated over time. You can't work in a financial institution because you had a bankruptcy or anything of that nature, right? When they check your background, it is something that will be red flagged. My best recommendation is to be honest and upfront at the beginning, okay? After the first couple interviews and you are now speaking with with whoever is your manager, they're going to be the ones that are going to be on your side regardless. So you want to start that relationship on an honest note with that trustworthiness there. Now, companies are now hiring ex-offenders depending on what the offense was. I mean, usually they're not going to hire sex offenders, or they're not going to hire murderers or anything like that. It had to be something minor that that does not affect their company, okay, in any type of capacity. So I'm going to say, even though you're going to face these challenges in the hiring process, that to be honest with them, be honest with whoever you're speaking with about those challenges in the beginning, and state what those past issues were. Maybe not put them on the application, and that's just me. But I would say that in their face while you're on the interview or anything like that. And so I am getting to the end of my time here. So I'm going to be because I wanted to make this a short and quick one. I'm going to keep my commitment, and make sure that I am staying on my schedule for LinkedIn Lives, for Facebook Lives, for YouTube Lives, things of that nature. So if you didn't get a chance to catch this, that is totally fine. I will be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I have a lot more information to give, and I will review some of the things that were talked about in today and yesterday's, or Monday and Tuesday's live. If you're seeing this a scroll on the bottom here and you would like to register for the free Level Up Your Career Challenge, okay, it's going to be January 24th through 26th. We are going to be talking so much about networking in your community, connecting with employers, how to get out there and start getting into those jobs and get from behind the screen, be out there in career fairs and find jobs that way. I've seen a lot of people get jobs off of career fairs, and that can be you one day. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and the 3-day challenge, and there are activities associated with it, and really a lot of challenges that we'll have go on in this 3-day challenge as well. So I look forward to seeing you all, and have a great Tuesday afternoon.